Hey, what's going on, guys? TheHORRORman back putting a positive spin on Ghostbusters, the 2016 remake. This 2016 remake of Ghostbusters decided to feminize the cast. Usually, I would hate that. Not because it's feminized, but I just don't like when characters are changed in that sort of way. Whether it's a male character that suddenly becomes a female character, or vice versa. That's a big reason why I was so reluctant to check this movie out. Not to mention all of the hate it receives. Oddly though, after looking on IMDb, this Ghostbusters remake has a 6.9 rating out of 10, which is much higher than I expected. In fact, that gives it a higher rating than Ghostbusters 2, which has a 6.6. I definitely disagree with that, because I love Ghostbusters 2. But with that being said, I did not hate this remake. I've said it before in past Positive Spin videos, and I'll repeat it. I like to go into these movies not comparing them to others in the franchise. If I did that with this one, of course, I would rank it as my least favorite Ghostbusters movie. But just like I said in my Positive Spin of Rocky V, just because it's my least favorite doesn't mean I hate it. As a movie in itself, this was super fun and highly entertaining. Despite not necessarily liking that they feminized the cast, I do like the casting choices. I always find Kristen Wiig funny. I love the way she delivers her dialogue. Melissa McCarthy is also hilarious in most of her roles, and this is no exception. Kate McKinnon is quirky and cute in this, and Leslie Jones is also funny. Chris Hemsworth is hilarious in his role as the dumb Kevin. There are tons of other familiar faces throughout the film as well. This is like a who's who of humorous Hollywood Easter egg hunt. Gabe from The Office even makes an appearance in the opening scene. That scene, by the way, very much establishes that classic Ghostbusters feel. We get the classic song by Ray Parker Jr., which is pretty much a necessity at this point in these movies. I also like that this remake was filmed in Boston, and I recognized a lot of the locations because of that. The movie overall is very competently made, and the effects are fantastic. The CGI looks really good in Ghostbusters, and I'm not normally a fan of CGI. The ghosts are interesting and unique. I love that not only does Slimer make an appearance, but so does the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, in a way. What I really love, though, is the final boss ghost, if you will. I don't want to spoil what it is, but I'm glad they went with that. There are some genuinely funny parts in Ghostbusters, and even some laugh-out-loud moments. The storyline is actually quite decent. I'm glad they didn't just phone it in. Yes, pun intended, Ghostbusters answer the call. Another positive for me, with which I bet most would disagree, is the new location of the headquarters. It's not a firehouse, it's an old Chinese restaurant. What can I say? I like it because it's different. My favorite thing about this remake, though, are all of the cameos. We get Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Ernie Hudson, all in different roles from the original Ghostbusters films. Sigourney Weaver and Annie Potts both make appearances as well. Even Harold Ramis, who died before this movie was released, has a cameo of his own, which I thought was really cool. This movie was also dedicated to him. I should also mention I was very impressed with the climax of the film. Again, the special effects looked really good. Overall, as for the Ghostbusters remake, it's not terrible at all. Fittingly, that's the final line of the movie. This remake gets a lot of hate, but in my opinion, it's undeserved. I can understand being disappointed not having the original Ghostbusters in their original roles, but we have 3 other Ghostbusters movies for that. Like I always say, just because this Ghostbusters remake exists doesn't mean the other Ghostbusters movies cease to. You can still go back and watch the first 2 Ghostbusters, as well as Ghostbusters Afterlife, which came out after this remake. Plus, there's currently a new one in the works, so I'm also greatly looking forward to that. I'm glad I gave this one a chance, because it turns out I really sort of liked it. But you don't have to agree. This is just my positive spin. Be sure to check out Jason's as well. What are your thoughts on the Ghostbusters remake? Did you hate it? And if so, why? Comment below and let me know. To which hated movie will we next give a positive spin? Check back soon to find out. Until then, thanks for watching, guys. Hit that thumbs up and be kind. Subscribe.